Welcome to the Tiffany Mika podcast. What we do here is build the strength and courage in you to accomplish your big dreams and goals in your sport. No longer will you feel limited. You won't feel you're not good enough. You won't question whether you will make it, and those doubts will disappear because you will have the competitive edge over your opponents and you'll leave them in your wake. And the bonus is, others will notice. So listen up and take notes because I'll show you exactly how to do it. Hey there, this is Tiff from Tiffany Mika podcast, and yes, here we are. Lessons learned. It's the end of another week. My goodness, what a crazy week this has been. It's been the school holidays over here in Australia, if you're listening to me from somewhere else in the world. And during the school holidays, we run kids camps, and it seems like everybody wants golf lessons during this time. So it's been really a crazy week, and it's taken me a little bit longer to record the episodes for the week than normal because I've been doing a lot more teaching because I like to keep my certain days free so I can record these episodes and also work on building the Reach Your Potential with Tiff business. So anyway, here we go for this week. We're going to be talking about this expression that I heard years ago, and this expression was just keep going until. And what it actually meant was to just keep going until you actually get there, right? Just keep going until you actually get to achieving your dreams and your goals. And it used to really annoy me, that saying, just keep going until, because I always felt that I was never getting anywhere. I always felt like I was working really, really hard. I kept doing the training, I kept doing the drills, I just kept going, I did the courses, I did everything. But I always felt really, really frustrated, like super frustrated. And I just kept going. But what actually kept happening for me was that I kept hitting these brick walls time and time again. Everyone would say, head down, bum up. Do the work, train hard, grind it out. And I'd go, yep, tick. Head down, bum up, tick. Do the work, tick. Train hard, tick. Grind it out, tick. Always. I'd be doing all of that, but always, I couldn't see anything changing. Do the same stuff. Drill after drill after drill. Work hard, but nothing changed. And then I'd hear this comment from, because I'd listen to a lot of personal development audios and, read lots of books. And I'd always hear this comment about saying, from this multimillionaire, and he kept saying, just keep going until. And what he was saying was just keep going until you get there. But what really frustrated me more than anything was that I'd be doing the same thing, but I just couldn't see myself actually getting there. Was I ever going to get there? I kept questioning myself because I couldn't see any improvement, and I couldn't see that the hard work that I was actually doing, it wasn't paying off. There was no change. And I kept grinding it out time and time again, and no change. And what would happen then? Self-doubt. Right? I'd be starting to think about it. Self-doubt would creep in, and I'd say to myself, well, guess what, Tiff? Probably you're not going to make it. Maybe, Tiff, you're just not going to get there. And you know what, Tiff? Maybe you're just meant to be average. And I used to hate feeling that way, and I used to hate saying that to myself because I didn't want to feel average. I didn't want to be average. But I really questioned it. I thought, why is someone, so successful and I'm working just as hard as they are? Why are they more successful than me? What is it that they're doing that I'm not doing? Because I couldn't get it. I didn't understand it. But what do you do when you keep going right? You keep doing the same things. You keep grinding it out. You keep working hard and nothing changes. What do? The answer is you change the plan. And that's what they don't share with you. That's what people don't say to you. They don't say, change the plan. They just say, keep grinding it out. Keep going. You'll get there. And I've heard Tony Robbins say something like, it's not really the way he says it, I'll probably butcher it a bit, but he says, be rigid on the goal but flexible on the strategy. So what does that mean, rigid on the goal? Well, being rigid on the goal really means like focus on what you want. You have to be really clear on what your goal is. So you know what you've got to do, right? You know that that's what you want to accomplish. And if you've been listening to the episodes recently, I've been talking about setting goals, going after your big dreams, questions you need to be asking and so on, right? So you've got to be rigid on what the goal is. But the thing is the second part of it is you've got to be flexible on the strategy. So the strategies that you're actually using, and if they're not working, guess what you've got to do? You've got to then change the strategy. So somebody coming out and saying to you, oh, we'll just keep going until, okay, all right, well, I'll just keep going. I'll just keep doing the same thing. And that's what was happening for me time and time again. Oh, it used to annoy me so much. I was so frustrated because I felt like I was one of those Energizer bunnies, you know, just keep going. But I was against the brick wall, and the wall, I was just into the wall. I couldn't turn left, I couldn't turn right, I was just into the wall, and the wall wouldn't let me go anywhere. I was so frustrated. And how do you know if it's not the right strategy? Well, we got to look at it this way. If you've been doing something for a period of time, and, you know, some things do take a while, and nothing's changing, then it might be time to actually relook at the strategy, maybe look at something new, or maybe modify it, just tweak it a little bit. And I'll give you an example. So if you've been listening to me for a while, you've heard me talking about my book, Focus, How to Reach Your Potential in Sport, Business and Life. And the frustration that I have actually been through to get the book ready to print. And hey, guess what? It's ready for print. It's actually, I've printed my first copy. It will be released in November. I'll let you know the date of when it's actually coming out. But the story about the book was it only took me 6 weeks to write it. I have had so much information in my head to get out so that I could help you reach your potential in your sport, right, in your life. And if you're doing business, in your business. Because if you're a sports person, you're a business person as well, okay? You need to know how to market yourself as a business person. But 6 weeks, but it's taken me 15 months to actually get the book to a physical product. And the frustration that I went through was I didn't know who I was going to get to edit my book. I didn't know who I was going to get to proofread the book. I didn't know whether I was going to self-publish or go with a traditional publisher. It took 6 months of me talking to various people, trying to figure out which was the right steps. First step, in the sense of, do I go with a traditional publisher? Will they be interested in a book that I've got? Or do I self-publish? Right? And then I had a lot of feedback from people that have been in the publishing game, what I should be doing. I had feedback from people that have self-published, that are authors, what I should be doing there. So that was to and fro, right? Deciding on what should I do. Everyone had an opinion. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to go with this strategy, right? I decided I'm going to go and self-publish. Finally found someone that I could do that. Now, why did I want to self-publish? Because I wanted to control over my books. So I wanted to be able to market my book the way I want to market my book. I want to be able to share my story with you. I want to be able to show you the tools and the strategies that are in that book to help you reach your potential. And I knew that I'd be able to do that through the control that I had. Then I hit Christmas. This is last year. Then I hit Christmas. Meet the person that's going to help me bring the book to life. She organises a editor for me. Then she organises a proofreader to ensure that the grammar's all correct and so on, right? We need to make sure that's in place because I want the book to be good. I want you to get so much out of the book that you're going to just take action, right? It's an action-taking book. And then what happened was that she disappeared. I couldn't get in touch with her. Wouldn't return any of my contacts that I tried to make with her. Hit another wall. But come on, Tiff, you got to just keep going until. Tried everything. Eventually she got back to me, but she went missing for a few months. Frustration set in. What do I do? What do I do? I've got no control. Okay, let's keep focusing on producing really good content. Let's keep working on producing the episodes that I want to record for you so that I'm helping you improve you in your sport. What else can I do to help improve and build the reach of potential with TIFF business? What is it that I need to be doing? What do I need to be focused on? Where do I put my energy, right? I was putting my energy somewhere else because I couldn't control what was going on with that. So I had to change the strategy for that period of time. Eventually, she came back to me a few months later, again, out of my control. There was nothing I could do. I felt to the point that I was almost so desperate that I was going to drive down and see if I could rock up on her doorstep. I didn't know where she would live. I was just going to go looking for her because I was so frustrated. Then what did I have to do? I had to change the strategy because she could no longer help me because she had other commitments. And that's fine. That's not a problem. So then I had to go and find someone else that could help me. And then we continued down that path. Hey, now I can say, whoa, I've got my book. It's here. I've printed my first copy. I can actually physically hold it in my hands because I can't wait to share it with you. But it will be released sometime soon in around early November, but I'll let you know when that's actually coming out. But when you've got a goal, yes, you want to keep going until you get there. But these things I want you to ensure that you are actually doing, okay? So yes, you've got to be rigid on the goal. Yes, you've got to be flexible on the strategy. But these, I'm going to share with you 7 steps to help you really keep going until you get there, okay? So step 1 is set your goal. You hear me talk about that a lot. You've got to be incredibly clear, okay? Your goals tend to become more and more clear the more you work on them. I've been vague about certain things, but the more I've been working on my goals, because I've had an idea of what I want to do, but I haven't been incredibly clear, but it's been unfolding as I go. So wanted to have my book produced, okay, and published. Wanted to have used my book to help me get speaking engagements. Great, that's going to be all happening very shortly. Wanted to create an academy. Well, I've established the No Limits Academy. Again, that's coming out very soon, so I look forward to sharing that with you as well. Wanted to have a really good program to help you get focused. Get focused programs coming out very soon. Can't wait to share that with you, right? But all of this has been unfolding as I've been working on the goals. Number 2, plan how you will get there, right? So we need to have some phases set up. Last week I shared with you like a 5-step phase plan on how to follow your dreams, actually really achieve that big dream that you want to achieve. And I had a series of questions. Plan it out. How are you going to get there? Number 3, evaluate each day, evaluate each week to see if you are on track. Go back each day. Did I accomplish what I wanted to accomplish today? Am I accomplishing what I need to accomplish each week? Sometimes you may not accomplish what you want to accomplish for the week. This week, I have been so busy teaching golf that I have not accomplished my outcomes that I wanted to accomplish this week. I had no control over this. I was hoping that I'd be able to do it. I set the outcomes. Yep, I'm going to work in time. I didn't have the time. It was such a busy week that I just couldn't fit it in anywhere. And you know what? I'm just going to have to roll it over to next week. And that's fine because you keep going until you get there, don't you? Number 4, question the strategies that you are using. Are the strategies actually working that you're actually using? If you're doing the same thing over and over and over again and you're not seeing any results coming out of that, one, it may be you may need longer. You may need longer time for it to come about. Or 2, you may need to be changing the strategies. You may need to tweak them a little bit. And that's okay. Question them. Do you need to tweak them a little bit? Do you need to find out something that's going to help you get that edge? That's going to help you take that next step. Number 5, look for solutions, which I've just said. You question the strategies. If the strategies aren't working, look for solutions. What can help you get to what you want to achieve? Start looking for them. Start reading. Start looking for things on the internet. Start watching videos. Start listening to podcasts. All right? Start looking for solutions. Get help. Get a coach. Number 6, give it time to work. So you also need to give it time because we don't know if things are going to work until we start working on them. That's how we discover whether something's worked or not. I have done so many things through trial and error. A lot of things that haven't worked, but then because I've kept working on that and I've discovered on not what doesn't work, I have discovered over time through trial and error the things that don't work, then I've actually found things that do work, right? But it's trial and error. So give it time to see if it works. If it doesn't, test it, retest it with something else. If that doesn't work, test again with something else until you find the solution, okay? And number 7, you keep going until, and what I mean by that, keep going until, is repeat steps 3 to 6. You keep going and doing until you get there. And those steps that you repeat, steps 3 to 6, is evaluate each day, evaluate each week, see you're on track. Number 4, question the strategies you are using. Number 5, look for the solutions. Number 6, give it time to work, and you keep repeating. Okay, you keep going until you get there. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Keep going until these lessons learned. I'd really appreciate if you could share with me where you hear this episode on what you like best about what you heard today. And if you've got friends that you know that would benefit from these episodes, I'd also appreciate too if you could leave these, share these episodes with your friends. And if you got 30 seconds to spare, please leave a 5-star review wherever you hear these episodes. And you know what? Dream big, believe in you, and go after your dreams. Have an absolutely awesome day and weekend. Take care. Talk soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for listening to today's episode. If you haven't yet downloaded the number 1 deadly mistake athletes make sure you go to Tiffany-Mika.com and download the number 1 deadly mistake athletes make, because I don't want you to make that mistake. If you can also share with me what you like best about what you heard, where you hear this episode in the comments section. If you can also share with your friends that you know that would benefit from these episodes, and please leave a 5-star review where you hear these episodes, because I would really appreciate it. Dream big, believe in you, and go after your dreams. Have an awesome day.